Welcome creators, I'm the Hommeyosh, and this is my channel, where we inspire creativity, explore game development tools and software that bring game dev projects to life. Now, over the last few months, I've been busy testing AI tools that generate 3D models from images. Programs like Hommeyosh and other AI model generators that create some really impressive results. But I kept running into the same problems. First, they cost money. Second, you're limited by tokens or credits. And third, and this is the biggest issue, the models usually come with an extremely high polygon count. Like, they're going to explode. When I import them into Blender, they're difficult to edit, difficult to optimize. So I started experimenting with other methods. Today, I'm going to show you how I created a 3D model using only ChatGPT, no Hommeyosh, no paid AI model generators, just ChatGPT and Blender. The best part, the model is actually clean enough that you can edit it, UV wrap it, add your own materials, and use it in your own projects. And I'm going to show you how. If you enjoy creating games, building 3D assets, and learning new techniques, you're in the right place. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. Now let's jump into ChatGPT. Okay, here we are in ChatGPT, and as you can see, I asked it to make a banana tree. So here's its answer. Okay, so the AI is on top of it, so I told it to give me the script. It goes and responds, and here, well, let me get rid of that for now. Here's the Python it gives me. Here's all the code, everything you need to go ahead and make that banana tree. Now, sometimes it's not perfect, but it gets the result done. And what I do, like, let me go ahead and copy this code. So I copied all of that code. Let me go ahead and pull up Blender 5 now. I'm using the latest version, Blender 5. So let me go ahead and I just want general. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of everything here. So I just drag my mouse, click it, left click, and then I'll just go ahead and delete. So I have nothing there, so it doesn't get in the way. So now I'm going to come to the top here, and I'm going to go all the way down, and I'm going to hit scripting. So that opens up a whole scripting window. And what I want to do is I want to click new script, and you can just call it whatever you want. We're just going to call this tree. And okay, so that is ready. So now I'm going to take my Python script here that ChatGPT created, and as you can see, I'm not on work. I'm on chat right now. So just goes and gives me the code. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in, pasting, Control V, and then I just go ahead and run the code. So I hit this little run button. And as you can see, it's generated it for us. So I'm going to go into layout at the top left here. And as you can see, the leaves look pretty good. But the thing I like that I have a problem with, like if I'd use Hommeyosh or anything, let me go into edit mode. You can see it's not blown up. It's, it has a little bit of detail to it, but not a lot. And that's easy. We can come along and add edits to it. So let me go back out of that. Let me inspect this trunk here. I'm going to go into edit mode. Yeah, that's perfect. So we can work with this. When I would get stuff from Hommeyosh, everything is it's crazy. There's just a lot of there's like 90,000, over 90,000, I would say, of polygons. And it's so hard to edit. And I try to break it down, but it's just so much. Now, as you can see, it tried bananas, but we don't need bananas anyways. So what I'm going to do is, this is so cool. I can just select each individual banana. See, it has its own. The trunk is its own. The bananas. We can just go ahead and make some bananas or drag some bananas in. That's not a big deal. But the whole thing is, if you wanted to make the banana yourself, you can just it gives you enough that you can work with. I mean, it'd be pretty easy. You just close each side. You got it. But I'm not going to deal with that right now. If one, I'll make a banana tutorial later on or something. So all I want to do is I want to give it each its own individual texture. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to select the trunk, and I'm going to hit over the side window here, this little texture circle. I'm going to go ahead and hit new, and we'll just fill it in with a basic brown. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to come up here to our render windows, and I'm just going to go ahead and save render the shader. It's a material preview shaders. So this is with, I don't have any lights or anything. So this is what it would look like if I just rendered it, but it doesn't have any lights. So this is regular. So, all right. So next I want to go ahead and add a green. So actually I'm going to label this, and we're gonna make this like a kind of lightish. No, want more. Yeah, I guess I can play with it here. I make it a little darker. There we go. That looks good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make two types. Let me go back to this one. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this name. And then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create another one. But I'm going to say this is going to be 2. And I want to make this one just a tad darker. There you go. So each of them, what I can do is I can go select on it. I can go into edit mode, grab, let's say, leave 2, and just hit assign. And I can do that through the whole process instead of making new materials. So I'm going to add leave 1, and I'm going to assign it. And I'll just go down the whole way here. And leave 2. There we go. It's starting to look like something. Now I'm just going to make this black. We'll call this root. So now we got our bottom. We got our trunk here. Now you can also get an image if you want. I can go ahead and bring that in. Let me just pause this real quick. Okay, so I found this image online. Right now it does have its watermark, but this is just a tutorial. You can go on Pixabay to find other ones. So here I just got this. I'm going to go to shaders first, shading. And what I want to do is click on the trunk, and then I can go ahead and drag in my texture, and we can go ahead and add that to the base. And now what I want to do is go back to layouts. I just want to go to UV editing, and I'm going to hit A. And as you could see, it's not really the way I want it. So what I'm going to do is go under UV, and I want to make a projection, I guess the Smart UV project. See what that does. Let me just mess with it a little bit. So you can just change the UVs. And I'm not going to mess with it too much. But I did like it brown. I'm going to go back. But that's how easy you can get different textures. That's not a good one to experiment with. But for right now, as a stylized low poly tree, that looks pretty good. And I didn't have to do much work at all. All the work was done with ChatGPT. It's great. I like exploring free ways to do stuff like this instead of actually using credits or driving me nuts. I found this way it's a lot easier. I'm already using ChatGPT. Yeah, it's a little limited, but hey, it works, right? So my next one, I want to go to where my scripting, and I want to try. Let me go bring my ChatGPT back here. There he is. Okay, so the next one I did, stylized rock with texture. I just made a simple rock. But this one, it came out a little crazy. So let me go ahead and let me make a new one here. And we're just going to call this rock. Okay, so I would go ahead and put the code in. First, I got to copy the code. That would help. I'm going to put the code in, and we're just going to go ahead and run it. All right, so this looks more like a brain. I just, if you can see, let me go back. How I told ChatGPT to make it. I said make a stylized. I misspelled. Yeah, stylized rock with texture. You know, and it gave me this. So I'm not really. I just think I should just drop the texture part. What I meant to say was materials. So now I put a rock with no materials, and it gave me this, generated this Python code. And remember, you have to say, because it already understands, like in the beginning, I said, hey, make me some Blender script in Python. You got to tell it, make an object that you want to tell it Python for Blender in the scripting. So let it know that the keyword Python 3D image, Python, Blender, scripting. It will know what you're talking about. Make me a 3D model in this, and those are the keywords it picks up on. Yeah, I said a banana tree for Blender. And let me go back and show you the new rock. Let me go ahead and okay, we're going to delete all that code, and I'm going to go ahead and run this one. And as you can see, it took away the texture on it. Now this is pretty good. Like this I can work with. Let me go into the files. Oh, sorry, not the files. I want to go into layout. And okay, we are on sample view. As I want to do is just make this a little bit darker. There we go. So now it looks like a regular rock. And there's no effort at all on this. So I'm going to go back into scripting. I want to try it one more time, something with a little bit more detail. So as I was working in here, I asked it to make me a Pikachu. So it goes ahead and generated the code I needed. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all that. Move this to the side. So let me go ahead and open up another file here, and we're just going to call this B. Let me go ahead and add in the Pikachu scripting code. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and run Pikachu. Nope, yeah, let's look at that. So now here it messed up a little bit. It did the best it could. You work with a little bit, I'm sure you can get a Pikachu out of that. So it's a good starting point. But what I did is I went back into my ChatGPT here, and I have a picture. Let me go ahead and grab the, I took a screenshot actually. Let me go back. I took a screenshot of this. So you just take a screenshot of it and drag it into your ChatGPT. That's what I'm going to do right now. So I just took a screenshot with my phone, nothing more. I got my phone right here. So as you can see, I dropped it in. And I also have this other Pikachu. Let me go ahead and grab where to put that. So I found this image of Pikachu, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm saving it, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. Oh, where'd my ChatGPT go? There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and bring it in. Okay, so I added the two images, and I said Pikachu doesn't look right. I added an image of what Pikachu should look like. Now I should say, now make the fix. Awfully demanding. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it that. And you can go ahead and work with it like this to get a better script. And, you know, instead of just trying to go back and fix that Pikachu, you can just go ahead and keep working with ChatGPT to go ahead and get a better script for you. It can also do textures. You can actually go deep into ChatGPT for getting like textures, lighting. It's really amazing. When you get past having to pay the credits and everybody charging you, say, I got this AI does that, and find out the right AI that works for you, it's actually amazing. I'm also working on something where I can run off my local system instead of actually paying for like a service or actually a server. So, okay, so we got it. It looks like it's done here. That's something I get a lot. It was telling me, and sorry, it may violate some guidelines. Just work with it. Just let it know you're doing fun art. It doesn't have to be exact. So it might push this out again. We'll see. But basically, that is how I'm using ChatGPT, actually AI, to better my modeling. So I can actually move in here and do some more modeling instead of wasting time, just something, grabbing reference images and starting from scratch. It looks like it's not going to go ahead and push it out. So I tried one more time. I said I don't want the image. It was trying to create me the image. I don't know why. So I told it I just want the Python code of the 3D model so I can put into the Blender scripting. And it generated it for me. So let's go ahead and see how this is. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And I'm going to go back into scripting here. I'm just going to go ahead. I want to make a new one. I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. Control V. And I'm just going to put P. Okay, good. So now I'm going to go ahead and try this out. So it looks pretty almost there. I mean, I can just keep working with it. So you'll get with it. It did straighten out the arms. The tail went just a little crazy, but you can just keep working with it, and it gives you a lot. But it made the face, and the outlines of his, his mouth there. If I can just change these into red real quick. Let me go ahead and open that up. Get into red, and I want to make this one red too. There he is. And we just make him yellow. So that's it. You can just keep messing with it. Just keep messing with your ChatGPT. Maybe you can get a stronger ChatGPT, drop in an image, and it'll go ahead and make what you need. And of course, you can go ahead and export that, and you can drop that into Unreal or whatever game engine you're using. Hopefully you're using Unreal. Because the model was built directly in Blender, we have much more control over the geometry. We can edit it, improve it, UV unwrap it, add materials, and optimize it for our own projects. This method may not replace every AI 3D model tool, but it gives creators another free option, especially when you want to model that's easier to understand and customize. Let me know in the comments what characters or objects you'd like me to make in ChatGPT and Blender. If you found this video helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing. It really helps support the channel. I'm the Hommeyosh, reminding you to stay inspired, keep creating, and I'll see you in the next one.